What is the most unusual decade in your mind? Have you noticed how we identify the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and so on by styles? Maybe it's music, hair, clothing, or some other feature, but we seem to lump them into categories. Sometimes we can do that with churches too. Free Will Baptist, Pentecostal, Mennonite, Wesleyan Holiness, or Apostolic. You might recognize some key identifiers in them on the surface as well. Like the styles already mentioned, we may see the differences in churches in music, hair, clothing, etc. But over the last decade or two, there has been an increasing surge in a group we might call other. Former United Methodists, Lutherans, Baptists, and Holiness people have moved into this category. Now, the signs out front have changed to read Harvest, Amplify, Covenant Community, Grace Community, Crossroads, Lighthouse, or a host of others. Inside, things have changed too, but the changes seem to be curiously similar. Now, I get it. I suppose people have questioned denominations for generations. The key advantage in them is an accountability for the pastor and the church in areas of common doctrine and Christian behavior. But the move has been away from supposed stereotypes and categories into a felt needs and community focus. It has become popular for the church to be a sort of melting pot of diversity, even when that diversity involves beliefs, the preferred Bible, worship styles, personal appearance, and participation. Some of those things may be natural. The church is to rescue everyone. And even some traditional perspectives now were new at one time. But when the musical chairs reshuffling is over, here's what it looks like to me. No matter the background or what denomination the sign out front used to herald, there are generally 2 or 3 key components that have unified many independent churches today. See what you think. The first one is the question of what to do with sin. Now, this is a very detailed subject that we can't fully elaborate here, but the question comes down to whether sin is anything apart from God-like perfection, which no human can reach, or whether it is purposely disobeying God's commands, which every Christian can avoid. As a result of adopting the first definition, many churches today, regardless of background, simply allow for Christians to sin every day. Harkening back to the Gnostic mindset, we are simply human. No one can be perfect. So sin is relegated to a human infirmity which everyone falls into. But that doesn't deal with the message of 1 John 3:6 or Romans 6:1 or a number of others. So this is the first and really the most dangerous of the unifying components. The second unifying component among many churches today is what to do with worship. This component often involves moving away from a traditional worship style to a more charismatic flavor. Maybe it's praise bands or worship teams, light displays and fog machines, but they're just a few of the possible changes in worship. For some churches, that may simply be getting back to their history. They were used to an enthusiastic worship. It may even be that some are calling them to get back to the good old days, so to speak. In other cases, this modern appeal to charismatic worship may have impacted those churches which formerly belonged to a denomination with a more traditional style. But they too have embraced the new normal. It may even seem liberating to cast off the liturgy of the past. But the danger of this is found in component 3, so let's get to that one. Number 3 is what to do with participation. This final related component is that many churches have relegated the congregant to a spectator. Of course, if we're honest, the rise in online worship during COVID may have contributed as well. But if church becomes a concert that does not require my active participation, I've lost something. Again, across the board, we are struggling with a lack of involvement. Too often, apathy sets in and we would just rather not get involved. We don't want worship to rely on us, but should it? So there you have it, the 3 components that, to my mind, indicate ways that we've given up our identity to fit in with the cutting-edge design of the modern church movement. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, but take some time to evaluate your own treatment of sin, your perspective on worship, and your willingness to participate. New methods are not all wrong, but we need to move beyond mere emotion to a thoughtful inspection, so let's do that.